Newson Sargent. Oh yeah, he had a big crash in FP3. A very, very big crash. Oh, I gotta slow this down. I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I gotta slow the stream down. Yeah, I forgot about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, that's it. We were gonna file a grievance with the FIA. We're losing it, right? Because of how screwed the government body is. Yeah, it's a lot to do with that. It's a lot to do with that. So yeah, I was just talking about the Logan Sargent accident, and it was a huge shunt that we're now seeing on the replay there on TV. So on practice 3, he lost the rear, went straight into the wall. The whole rear assembly was broken. Looks like a gearbox was compromised as well, and then the car caught fire. So yeah, it was good that remember the last race that we had that I said that I was getting sick. Well, immediately that afternoon I couldn't speak anymore. My nose was so stuffed. So it was good that the race was when it was because I was sick for the following week. um, so yeah, that would have been bad. That would have definitely been bad for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around the air here. But now we're good. We're all good. Yeah, the session was red flagged in FP3 because the Logan Sargent's crashed, and then it resumed, but not a lot of cars came out because it was still raining. And today for qualifying it wasn't going to rain, so it didn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get some cars on the track in just a few seconds. When will it start? Any second now. I think it's already underway, but no one has come out yet. No, it's about to start then. Yeah, it's already started. Okay, there we go. I miss the trumpet. I'm pleased to please. But is it raining or not? No, it is not raining. It is not raining, and we already have a Haas on the track. Is the minimap not working? No, it is not. Okay. Hülkenberg and Zhou are on the track already. Let's hope that the minimap gets fixed on the live broadcast. I don't know about your minimap. I'm not watching that, unfortunately. But Gasly, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Ocon, and Zhou are now on the track with a few more coming out. Alex Albon is next. So is Lance Stroll. And so is Gasly as well. So yeah, starting to come out everyone here as... Oh, there the map is fixed. As Hülkenberg is just starting his fast lap right now. So 16 and a half minutes left to the end of the session, and Hülkenberg is going into turn 1 with his Haas to set the first lap of qualifying here at the third race at Zandvoort, with the first banking already underway. Yeah, everyone is coming out now. Hülkenberg, of course, is going to get the fastest lap of the session because it's the first lap of the session. Ryan, my guess is Perez out of Q1, unfortunately. Oh, remember Perez? Damn, I haven't thought about Perez in weeks now. Yeah, of course, I could definitely see that one. Perez out of Q1. Sargent will be out once the paper mache is dry. Yeah. El engrudo Art Attack. So Hülkenberg across the line. Of course, he goes fastest so far. Yeah, they're rebuilding the car. I mean, it's good that they're using that because it's easier to clean off the track once he crashes again. And it also crumples better than carbon fiber. So perhaps it could also be a safety advantage when he crashes into the wall next time. R.I.P. Sargent. Well, he's not out yet. Norris, Sargent, Verstappen, and Ricardo are the only drivers not to have come out onto the track so far. Everyone else is. They're all on, of course, the soft compound tire. And on the soft compound tire, and they are setting their quick times already. Gasly is ahead of Ocon, ahead of Bottas, Hülkenberg, and Zhou as of now. We need Alonso to give us hope. Nah, Alonso's not gonna do that anymore. Albon goes into P1. Can I get a shout out? No, Gordon Thompson, you cannot get a shout out. Stroll sets the fastest time of the session so far. P1 for Mr. Stroll. Alonso goes only 4th. Sainz comes across the line 7th. Sainz can only manage 7th as Leclerc sets the 2nd fastest sector. Perez only 3rd, behind Albon and behind Stroll. I need Alonso pole for my sanity. Yeah. Leclerc P3 up ahead of Sergio Perez. Why is Verstappen in the pits? Because he hasn't come out yet. Once he comes out, he won't be in the pits anymore. So Piastri sets the quickest time, 0.3 of a second faster than Lance Stroll. I feel Perez shouldn't bother trying. He's gonna DNF the car anyway. Yeah, and he also got a contract extension. He got renewed. No, he didn't get renewed. He got retained until the end of the season. Yeah. Hülkenberg improves his time, but not his position up into, well, he stays in 9th place. We just gave him a shout out now. Yeah, of course, that's a joke. That's the whole thing. I like the camera that stays on axis, and then you can see the banking of the turns. Oh, that's a very negative camber turn. Yeah, so Norris is battling through that 2nd sector, about to start. There we go, into the 3rd sector. Yeah, that's a bit of a scrappy lap by Lando. Let's see what he can do as he comes across the line. Let's see, Norris, he hasn't set a time yet, and he goes 2nd quickest behind Hamilton. Verstappen still hasn't come out, and that is fake, that is false, because he has just come out. Exactly as I said that he didn't come out, he came out. So yeah, Norris lost the rear there a little bit. Guys, do not spam in the chat. If you spam in the chat, you're gonna get silenced. It's pretty easy not to spam. So don't do it. Thank you. 11 minutes left to go to the end of the session. Let's see, outlap for Verstappen as he goes into the third sector. Hamilton comes into the pits, P1. He is 2 thousandths of a second quicker than Lando Norris there. 2 thousandths of a second with Norris after he had a bit of a rough lap. Norris, as he also comes into the pits there. The pit entry is very, very late. It's like right next to the start finish line. Yeah, I sat and had a picnic at the top of turn 14 uh, as I was looking at the bikes go through. It was really nice. Didn't even have to buy a ticket or anything. It just walked in. Totally off topic, but I got this dope buildable Pagani, so I hope this looks good. Oh, hell yeah, Honda. Hope it does. Hope it does. Not like the... Did you guys see the Lego... What was it? The Lego McLaren P1? That thing looks fantastic from the rear, but absolutely disgusting from the front. I don't know what they were thinking. That's the front of 570S. That's definitely not a P1, and it really does look very bad. But the rear is fantastic. So 9 minutes left to the end of the session. We still have Hamilton ahead of Norris. Now Verstappen is in third place, ahead of Piastri and Stroll and Albon and Leclerc and Perez and Magnussen and Alonso and Russell and Gasly and Hulkenberg and Tsunoda and Ocon. Ricardo, Bottas, Sainz, Zhou, and Sargent are out of the session as of now. They still have some time to reverse that situation. A little over 8 minutes to be exact. Ricardo 5 thousandths of a second behind Ocon. And then Bottas 18 thousandths of a second behind Ocon as well. So it's extremely close between the three of them. They're from P15 to P17. And it's almost the same situation with the top three. It's Hamilton, 2 thousandths of a second ahead of Norris, and Verstappen, 18 thousandths of a second behind Hamilton. So it's, less than 2 tenths splitting, less than 200, splitting the three of them. As Carlos Sainz can only manage P12 with his qualifying improvement there. So as of now, we've got, Ocon, Ricardo, and Bottas within 200ths of a second of each other. Gasly goes fifth, quickest with that lap time. Zhou, not improving on that time, on that lap time. On that lap with his time. There we go. He is 1.3 seconds behind the elimination zone. He is the slowest by over a second. Ricardo improves up into P15. He's out of the elimination zone. As Russell goes up into ninth. As of now, we got Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Zhou, and Sargent, who I do not think is making it out on time. Hulkenberg is P7 as he improves right there. Leclerc is coming up next, but I do not think he's on a push lap right now. No, he is not. No, it's not gonna rain. It's definitely not gonna rain. Perez, what the fuck is this idiot doing? Hamilton has impeded Perez in, what was that? Turn 9 or turn 8? Turn 9. Hamilton, I was well out of his way. Yep, no sweat. So that will be up to the stewards to decide whether that was illegal or not. Ryan is in the Netherlands. No, I am not in the Netherlands. I was once in the Netherlands. It was really good. It was before COVID. Europe was in a great place. Yeah, it was a very fun time to travel. I mean, it was a very long trip, I did like 5 countries in a month. So I could do like not touch and go in every city. I could stay like a week in 4 or 5 days in a city and then move on. It was super fun. I was 19 doing all this travel alone by myself. It was super fun. It was super fun, honestly. Did they fix Logan's car? Not in time. It doesn't look like, at least not yet. They still have 5 minutes, but it's looking rough. The only guy who's out now is Lance Stroll, who is on his own, on an out lap, or is he on a fast lap? Looks like he's pushing. Oh yeah, looks like he's pushing. Let's see what he can do. Right now, he is on P6. Are they still fixing Logan's car? Can they put it? Can they get him out on one lap before the session ends? We haven't seen anything from him yet. Usually we see them working on the car or something, but we haven't seen much. Oh, by the way, guys, by the by, if you want to drop a like, it would really help us out. Stroll P6 comes across the line. P4, right behind Verstappen. Disqualify Hamilton for being antagonistic on what? That's Alonso getting ready to exit the pits. So everyone is coming out now for their second and final run. Well, perhaps their third. For the final run, that's for sure. There's 3 minutes left to go. Verstappen, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Piastri, Hülkenberg, Norris, and Albon are out on the track already. Yeah, Stroll at fourth, but he's gonna drop now with the final lap times. But Astons have always been pretty decent here at this track. There's a queue there in the pit lane. Oh, big queue. Very big queue. So that's Albon out. Tsunoda, Ricardo. Yeah, Tsunoda had slowed down a bunch. So Alonso's out. So is Carlos Sainz now. Are there any race predictions from you, my friend? No, not any predictions so far. We haven't yet seen what the cars can do in qualifying. Ah, yeah, of course. I mean, we can always do good old Verstappen ahead of Norris and then Hamilton in third. Sure, we can do that. We can do that. Oh, let's see, Verstappen. Is he gonna get a clear line? Yes, he has. He took the Alonso line. That's because the first time we were here, drivers were trying to figure out how to take the banked corners. It was tough to figure that one out. People were diving in and then coming out, taking the apex and everything. And Alonso was setting the timing sheets alight. He was taking the outside line all through the bank, and it was way quicker. So drivers started doing that, and then yeah, it was the regular line after that. I remember that. Nice here. Oof. Verstappen has, yeah, slowed down there. Yeah, not a good lap. Not a good lap. So everyone is out, and Sargent is not going to be making it out on time. So he is out of qualifying. Our first driver out of qualifying. That is Verstappen coming into the pits. So, okay, he has aborted the lap. He is not staying out. Bottas improves up into 15th, drops Sainz down to 16th place. Let's see, Kevin Magnussen across the lineup into 6th right now. Nice final sector by the Haas there. Let's see. Quickest third sector for Magnussen. Let's look at Carlos Sainz. He is struggling big time. Albon up into 4th place. That is a fantastic lap from him. Yuki Tsunoda goes up into 7th, right behind Oscar Piastri. That drops Bottas out of qualifying. Ricardo up into 13th. That's Ocon out of qualifying right now. Let's see. Alonso is in danger, in big danger right now. Can he improve on this lap? Oh, yes, he can. Up into 4th place ahead of Albon. He is the first driver to take the checkered flag. Carlos Sainz is going to be coming next. Fastest time so far by 0.5 of a second. That is great for Ferrari. Let's look at Leclerc now. He is stuck in 13th place. What can he do? DRS open. Up into 2nd. So it's a front row lockout in Q1, of course. Russell now improves on the Ferrari's time. That's P1 for George Russell. Sergio Perez is in P16. Can he get out of Q1? Ocon is out of qualifying. P17. So are Bottas and Zhou. Perez sets the quickest time right now. P1 for Perez. That drops Ricciardo out of qualifying. Our good friend Daniel Ricciardo is out of qualifying here on this first session. Our good friend Ricardo is in P16 ahead of Ocon, Bottas, Zhou, and Sargent. So yeah, that's qualifying one. It's been a while. I'm a little bit rusty here on my quali commentary. I'm having a discussion. I'm having a discussion with my brother. He's studying engineering, and I'm just a nerd of a lot of stuff. So we both know what we're talking about. In regards to, we've been having this discussion for like, I don't know, 3 months now. We keep coming back to it. Nuclear energy. I say it's one of the best things that has happened in human development, and he is against it. He's saying renewable energies are the future, and I'm saying that most of the renewable energies need a lot of pollution to get them to work, and then it pretty much offsets everything. Nuclear energy, for the amount of waste that it produces an amount of energy that is outstanding, and there's already good containment things for nuclear waste and everything. But this is an ongoing discussion that we have, and he just rebutted with compared to gas and and coal is better, but if you go completely green energy, it's worse. And I'm saying no, it is not worse. But yeah, we're not gonna go in depth in this, but it's an ongoing discussion with my brother that we have. Disposal is the biggest issue for nuclear, yeah, but it's already been. I mean, there are new things in place that pretty much neutralize all the waste and store it safely without the need for maintenance of any kind, and in a surface area that is not big and not substantial at all, without hurting the environment around it. So yeah, it's a non-issue in my opinion. We don't want another Chernobyl moment, bro. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. Nuclear stations have got much higher standards. That was complete neglect for the safety and the running of the plant. And yeah, a reactor meltdown is not something that would occur in the same way that Chernobyl did ever again. So that's also a non-issue. Hey, Paula, donation for this great channel and our family. Thank you so much, Paula, for your donation. It is very greatly appreciated. Yeah, but we fucking wasted a set of softs, please, for worse than I've been penalized, so don't expect anything less. Okay, so Perez is complaining that he got through to Q2. Thank you, Paula. I mean, there are lots of nuances in this subject. Too many to talk in a chat. Yes, I know. We're still going through them with my brother, so it is, it's a complex topic. But in short, I am for nuclear energy, and he is against. Well, not against, but he's for other sources of energy. Of course, a nuclear fusion is better, but we don't have that in a big enough level yet. Nuclear fission or nuclear fusion? Both? No, no. Nuclear fusion is much better than nuclear fission, uh, but we cannot sustain that. It's not a thing that we can do at a sustainable and big enough level yet. Fusion, nuclear fission, we do. That's what runs our our nuclear power plants as of now. People compare modern nuclear to the 60s era tech is ridiculous. Yes, exactly. That's why there's no Chernobyl, no Chernobyls happening anytime soon. Q2 time. In just a few seconds. Waiting for the race. Well, you're gonna be waiting here a while. That's tomorrow. Fusion has finally become energy positive, though just to test plans for now. Yes, exactly. It takes a lot to make fusion. Fusion happen, and it's still in its early days, but it looks promising. I think that could be our future. Spread the nuclear waste onto all the F1 street tracks. That's already happening, dude. I'm sorry, I was gonna be mean to the fans, but they don't deserve it. They just paid for a show and they're not getting it. It's a scam, honestly. Anyway, yeah, back to nuclear energy. They're researching on how to harvest ocean currents and waves. That's a win. Of course, that's a win. Yes. What a nose. Thank you, thank you. Why can't we do nuclear fusion? Because it's very energy intense, and the energy that comes out of nuclear fusion is not stable, or we don't have the means yet to balance out the energy needed to get to nuclear fusion. I am not very informed on the fusion subject. I know more about fission, but yeah, fusion is not a thing that we can sustainably and consistently do as of now. But there are constant updates on the topic. Okay, let's go back to F1. Let's start talking about nuclear energy, even though I could spend all day talking about this. So Sainz is out on the track ahead of Charles Leclerc. Yes, nuclear energy, very much good. Yes, says Jorge Martin, aka Terminator. Thank you so much for your donation, dude. George Martin. Nuclear power is basically fancy hydroelectric, except you don't have to dam a river. Yeah, but it's much more efficient as well. It produces more energy than hydroelectric with much less surface area and a lesser impact on the ecosystem as well. That's why it's better for the environment to use nuclear energy than it is to use a dam, hydroelectric dam. Take a look at Germany energy policy. Such a great case study. Yes, that's on the exact topic that we are basing our new discussion with my brother on the fact that I think it's absolutely abhorrent that they're taking down the nuclear power plants in favor of more coal and natural gas. Makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So far, Sainz and Leclerc are the only two drivers out on track. No one else has joined them too. Back to F1. Yeah, but it's not much going on in F1 either. I mean, we have two Ferraris going side by side here. Sainz is clearly quicker on the first sector. Let's see about the second. Looks like Leclerc is winning mini sector after mini sector there. Yeah, the two of them Oh, a big nice slide from Carlos there at the exit, sorry, of turn 10. The issue with nuclear plants is that we still don't know what to do with the waste. Fuel has been spent, but that will still be radioactive for the next 1,000 years. Yes, but as I just said, there's a way to neutralize part of it, and the rest of it can be safely stored in maintenance-free facilities buried underground that have no impact on the environment whatsoever. So there is already a brand new containment plant with different tubes and all that sorts in, I think, Finland. I think Finland or Norway. One of the two has been working on that. So either Bottas or Magnussen to bring it back to F1. I think the Germany issue because of the Fukushima incident. No, it has nothing to do with the Fukushima incident. It's because of environmentalist lobbying and the coal powers at play, and also at the time, at the early 2000s, it was the accords with Russia and everything. But now that's all gone sour, and they are still not going back to nuclear. They're now depending more on coal and on natural gas that they import from the US at 4 times the cost that it was in Russia. Anyway, it's a geopolitics. 11 minutes left to go to the session as Verstappen, Albon, Piastri, Magnus, and Hülkenberg are out on the track now, and a few more drivers are coming out. Verstappen now on the radio, still rain in the air. Let's see. That's correct. So, okay. So it could be raining. It's coming from the sea. Yeah, it's coming from the sea, but it's not coming into the track. It's looks like it's gonna stay in the sea at least until the end of the session. When I was a kid, I was of the opinion of throwing the nuclear waste to the sun with a rocket. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad solution. It just takes a lot of money. But if enough waste came together, sure, we could do that, definitely. Not that excited for F1 much anymore. It seems every circuit is going to be a street circuit eventually, and I don't like Vegas or Miami. I might go back to casual fun when Max Verstappen and Perez retire. Yes, it makes a lot of sense. I am in that exact same camp. But perhaps from earlier than that. I mean, I get much more excited watching the WEC. That's just me, though. That's just me. Thank you so much, though, for your donation. I don't think I thanked you enough. We really appreciate that. That's called a dirty bomb. Yeah, I mean the thing is, what would happen if the if the rocket explodes midair? That's the problem. That's the big problem. But if we just threw it out into space, yeah, exactly. What is the rocket explodes while launching? Exactly. Yes, that would be that's the biggest problem with that. If something goes wrong, so Piastri goes faster than both of the Ferraris. So does Hülkenberg. Goes faster than Leclerc and faster than Sainz. I've been loving the MotoGP this year and NASCAR. Hell yeah. Yeah, you just need to find your own series. You know. I've been watching IMSA as well. I've started to watch IndyCar. Didn't really get hooked. Watched like 4 or 5 races. Of course, I watch the Indy 500 every year. But the series that I've been most hooked with has been, surprisingly, the WEC. So Verstappen goes second quickest, P2 for him, ahead of Magnus and Hülkenberg, Leclerc, Sainz, and Albon as Norris just stops the timing sheet by 9,000 of a second ahead of Norris, ahead of Piastri. Rocket launch ain't cheap. Yeah, of course. That's why I said getting all of the waste, but also yeah, that's a big problem if the launch goes wrong, which sometimes it tends to happen. So Gasly goes P6 right now. A second almost slower than Norris. Let's see, Alonso coming through the final corner now, across the line. He goes 6th. Okay. Russell sets the 3rd fastest time right now, as Alex Albon is going to be coming into the pits. Hamilton setting his time as well. Goes 5th fastest behind Verstappen and behind his teammate Russell. Sainz P9 there. Oof, not a good lap by Sainz. As he improves into P9. And Leclerc stuck down in 14th place. He's also improving. Let's see what he can do. Let's hope that it's better than his teammate. Up into 6th. So okay, that is better. 6.5 minutes remain to the end of this Q2 session. We could also put in strategic tectonic plates and wait until Earth puts it under Earth crust, but these are naive ideas. Yeah, well, we also had the deepest hole because there were, well, in the Cold War, I don't know why, the US and the USSR tried to get to the mantle of the Earth by digging. And the US didn't get very far. It was like a few hundred meters down. But the USSR continued digging, and even though they many times they exceeded by many times the USSR's hole, it still was like not even halfway to the mantle of the Earth, and all the tools were breaking. The heat was absolutely unbearable. It was breaking everything as well, so they had to give up. But there's still the hole is still there. It hasn't been covered. It's not a big hole. It's like this big. That's the size of the hole. But it's still there. But yeah, it couldn't be dug. Materials research is the cola hole, a third of the crust. There we go. So I wasn't far off. Yeah, I don't know why I know all of this stuff, but I do. Cloudy right now over the circuit. The crust is like 30 miles thick. How many is that in regular units? How about using laser to dig? It wasn't no, I don't know. Honestly, about the laser, I don't know. It gets insanely hot, like 1,200 degrees, even a few miles down. I don't know what units you're using because you said miles, so I'm worried that you may be talking about the inferior units. This is like 8,000 miles to the mantle. Yeah, talking about miles. I don't even know how much that is, dude. I love that we can also talk science and other stuff here. Love that I'm nerd like that also. Hell yeah, Wax Manus. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, if there's not much action going on track, like right now where everyone is in the pits, we can also talk about other stuff. We also like other stuff other than, you know, F1 and cars. We like all kinds of stuff. A laser would melt it but not evaporate it, so you would still need to get the melted stuff up. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. You couldn't go through. I mean, if it were a side hole, yeah, sure, it could fall down. But since it's, you know, you're going down, unless you get to the core of the Earth, where, you know, everything is hollow and there are dinosaurs down there, and it's a nice 27 degrees. You could let it all drop there, but until you get there, you gotta deal with the residue. A little over 12 kilometers deep. Okay, and 12 kilometers is still a lot. It's like the Marianas Trench deep level of deepness. But yeah, the problem was not getting the stuff up. It was that the stuff was getting too hard to dig. Everything kept breaking, and it was too expensive to get all the new parts for a digging project that was not going to yield any result because, okay, well, You're still just only a third down, and what are you gonna do when you get to the mantle of the earth? Perhaps some rare minerals, but is it worth it? We don't know. That's the thing. When will FTL and fusion reactors for ships be invented? For ships, that's miniaturization of the reactor, and that's pretty much science fiction as of the physics, the laws of physics that we understand right now. Miniaturization of reactors is not something that we have achieved yet. Like Fallout, like the game. That's not technology that we possess as of now. So when we get to miniaturization, that will be something else. But as of now, we cannot get to that level of efficiency on our and stability on our reaction cores. So everyone is on an outlap now, except for Norris, Piastri, Russell, and Verstappen are top 4. We still have a minute and a half left to the end of the session. As of now, we got Gasly, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, and Albon out on the drop zone. They did invent miniaturization, but it can only power like a town or something. Yeah, but it's different miniaturization. It's not like a car mounted thing. It has been greatly reduced, but it's not efficient enough, and it is not small enough to be called miniaturization. So 50 seconds to the checkered flag as we get our final runs started here. Alex Albon, it's going to be tough for him to make it through. Oh, he's already in a quick lap. I'm sorry, I didn't say anything. Perez is also, yeah. So no one is on an. Okay, so Leclerc was the only one just starting a fast lap. Yuki Tsunoda improves up into 6th. That's Alonso out of qualifying. As of now, with Perez crossing the line up into 4th place, that puts Stroll down in P10. Alex Albon, P15 right now. He is improving, but is it going to be enough as he comes across the line? Alex Albon goes up into 5th place. That's Stroll out of qualifying. Alonso comes across the final corner. Is he going to be coming through? Stroll with the quickest first sector time, though. Alonso up into 8th. Okay. It's going to be tough, but he can make it if the others screw up bigger, harder than him. Okay, so Sainz has gone through P9. That's P9. That's really not good. That's really not good because Stroll is coming across the line. He's going to be setting the timesheets. A light P4 for him. That puts Yuki Tsunoda out. Hamilton, Leclerc are also out as of now. Hamilton's out. P11. He hasn't got it. P11 for Hamilton. He is not through to Q3. Hamilton's P11. He's out as Leclerc goes up into 6th place, dropping Sainz, his teammate, out of qualifying. And that is it. Just by the skin of his teeth, Alonso makes it through P10. That's Sainz out, Hamilton out, Tsunoda out, Hülkenberg out, and Magnussen out. So it's Norris, Piastri, Russell, Stroll, Perez, Leclerc, Albon, Verstappen, Verstappen, Gasly, and Alonso going through. Nice, I gotta take a picture of this. Hold on. Min sticks. Hold on, I gotta send this to my friends. Vergas. Okay. There we go. Oh, you guys are saying F's in the chat. Oh yeah, for Hamilton and for Sainz, of course. I got way too carried away with the Vergas joke. Then Hamilton really went 11th, and what's worse, he might get a grid penalty. Not a good weekend. One to forget, perhaps. Okay, well, that's Hülkenberg out of the car as well. Both of the Hasses making it through Q2, though. I think that the points are given out on Sunday. Vergas, is that a surname? No. It's Verstappen and Gasly. P8 and P9. It says Bergas. Yeah. I'm 3 years old, I know. But my friends are gonna back me up on this one. uh, I'm 6. Nice. We're all 6 here. Uh oh yeah, Chico. I mean Chico's through to Q3. That's fantastic. Yeah. He rebuttals with this. Look at this one. Never forget, he says. Button Grosjean in Paris. Bud Groper. um what do Hamilton's fans have to say now? Well, that's probably a damaged floor, and that may be the case. We're just seeing him bounce through the curve, and that is a possibility, a very true possibility. We'll have to check what he says on the pen. Friends are quick. Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, we're. He actually is I think 43, but I don't know. We're all 6 at heart. Dude, stop talking about energy systems like you know stuff. Just talk F1. Know your place. Ah, yes, Leandro. Leandro. The authority on what we can and cannot say here on the channel. Yes, of course, sir. We will only talk F1 from now on. Thank you for putting us in our place. Because I'm an F1 commentator, then that's the only thing I possibly know, you know? When I exit when I turn off the stream, I just sit here in my desk waiting for the next race, only looking at F1 stuff and researching about that because I know about nothing else. Because that's not important, you know? Because the only thing that matters is F1. And that's the only thing that I should be able to speak of. Sorry, guys, need to go see you in the race. See you, meow, I guess. See you tomorrow. Have a good one, buddy. Probably a Greenpeace advocate. Ah, yes, probably one of those. Yeah, I can only talk F1, not cars. William Hen. Leandro said no fun allowed. Yes, of course. I cannot talk to you guys about the car that I'm. Well, not actual car, a model car that I'm looking at buying, which is coming out next week. A 124 scale Lancia Stratos HF with the Alitalia livery. I'm a sucker for all rally cars. I have a few here. The other day I bought this one. I don't know if I showed you guys. I got the Lancia Delta S4. Looks so good. So good. With the Martini livery. Ah, such a wonderful car. Yeah. Such a wonderful car. But I cannot talk about that because it's not F1. I only talk about F1 cars. I love old rally cars. That's so dope. Yes, I think we all love old rally cars. If you're a petrol head, you need to love old. Oh, guys, did you guys did you hear? I mean, we all knew this was gonna happen. A few weeks ago, a few months ago, actually, last year. But the Grand Tour is about to release their final special, and then that's it for the guys. The production company has already been dissolved, and yeah, that's it. That's the end of an era. So it's definitely gonna be tough. We're gonna cry, like we already did when the Grand Tour, when Top Gear ended. We're gonna cry again because those are man tears. We're gonna miss those guys. We're gonna miss those guys a lot. I mean, I think most of us, at least I can say that not the whole reason why I'm passionate, but one of the main, you know, main reasons why I continued on with my passion for cars and getting to know everything and having fun with it was because of those guys, Clarkson, May, and Hammond. You will be sorely missed as a trio, and of course, I mean, it is also time. Unfortunately, times have changed. That can be seen from, well, from F1, from what the thing that we were talking about previously. The new M5, which was supposed to be one of the best competition cars, one of the best competition sedans to have come out, weighs more than a G Wagon, weighs more than an X7, and it's a hybrid, and it doesn't even have an exhaust pipe. So cars are not exciting anymore, the new ones at least, or there are very few and far in between. So unless you're Toyota with a GR Yaris, it's tough. And it all, it makes sense. Oh, Frank with 20 memberships gifted. Thank you so much, Drew. Brother, thank you so much, dude. Jorge Martin, George Martin, aka Martinator, once again today on Bottom Gear. Clarkson shows his intelligence. Hamlin drives a reasonably priced car. Jeremy and James May drives slowly. Yes, yeah, the memes will never be forgotten. So thank you so much, Frank and George, for your donations. You're great parts of the channel, and yeah, it's it's gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. So Q3 is underway. No one has set a time yet. Not everyone is out on track. So we're just waiting until we get some action on the circuit. Here, everyone's on outlaps. Piastri is gonna be starting his quick lap very, very, very shortly. The new M5 is heavier than a truck. It is. It is heavier than a truck. So Piastri is underway with his quick lap there. Brother Mary T50 is still cool. Yeah, but that's supercars and hypercars. Those are always cool. The thing is, there are no new regular cars that are cool. Or if there are, they're super rare. Like the GR Yaris. And the GR Corolla that catches on fire. Stroll, Perez, Albon, and Alonso have yet to come out. Everyone else is on the track. That's Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, and now Gasly with quick laps underway. Maybe because of a lack of soft tires. Oh, that may be because of a lack of soft tires. Okay. A new theory. There's Dusty Biker. Welcome to the fans. Thank you for becoming a member here of the channel. Yeah, Piastri crosses the line with the quickest time, but this may be because they used an extra set of softs. So they only have for one run here if they want to keep a compound for tomorrow's race. That may be why they have not come out yet. Norris goes quickest, ahead of Piastri and ahead of Verstappen. Verstappen goes third right now. Leclerc goes P4. Let's see, Gasly, if he goes P5 probably, and then Russell, I am assuming he's going to go P4. Yeah, Gasly P5, there we go. And let's look at Russell. Norris, yeah, by a tenth and a half. It's a big difference. Oof, a bit of a loose rear there by Russell. Taking a bit too much curve at the exit of turn 13. And he goes P4, just as I predicted. Okay. Russell's using his last set of softs, so he won't have any new ones for the race. Yeah, but he might still have a set of used ones. We'll see. 7.5 minutes left to the end of the session. And a Shelby 350 Mustang with a flat plane crank and 6-speed manual. Ah, yes, that's a nice car. That's a nice car right there. The three big ones, like the big three German manufacturers, I'm talking Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. I have to say, for the last few years, I've been more of an Audi fan than anything. Mercedes, when they started 2016 with the soap dish cars, the soap bar cars, with all the smooth lines and the toned down engines and everything, kind of lost appeal to me. The C63 from 2014 is one of the best cars ever. And then the model that has been after that one, the SLS, my god. But yeah, they didn't even sound good. They got a 4-cylinder. BMW then, with their new design philosophy that is just... The 750i was the last... the 850i, sorry, was the last car, well, the M8 actually, the latest M8 was the last car that they made that I found actually attractive. Everything that came after that, it's repulsive, if I may. And Audi has been keeping their head. They have been taking the slack, and they've been actually doing some really cool stuff. Even their electric cars are cool. The e-tron RS, that one's really cool. So I think Audi has taken the mantle of the German sedan manufacturing world for enthusiasts, at least in my view. I think they're the only aggressive-looking, fun cars from those three manufacturers. RS6 wagon is still my favorite car. Yeah, the RS6 wagon is a great car. And if you see the M3 Touring, that's I think what it's called, the wagon from BMW, looks so bad. That front end is so bad. And the rear has no personality. It's such a shame. Alonso and Stroll are out on track for their fast, and I assume only laps of the session. I don't mind the new M2 though. Oh, it is so bad. The new M2 with the two squares up front. Oh, so bad. I'm sorry. I just really don't like it. BMW car design stand out by looking ugly with the grills. Not only the grills, but the headlights and the tail lights as well. The lines make absolutely no sense from a design point of view. Like the XM, that's the ugliest car I've seen in my life. Lexus. Yeah, Lexus are goated. But it's not one of the big German ones. It's out of the topic. Because you could also, yeah, Lexus is a different thing. Okay, 4 minutes left to go. That's Stroll improving up into 6th place. Let's see, Alonso. RS4 2001, a factory sleeper. Yeah. Well, from that year, I actually prefer the Mercedes. Or the BMWs, actually. The BMWs. From the early 2010s, I prefer the Mercedes. And the late 2000s as well. And then from then on, I prefer the Audis. I'm not, I don't follow a brand, I follow an idea, like with politics. BMW E36, Dodge Charger RT, Bel Air, Ford F450. Yeah, those are really good cars. What are you on about? Thank you for your donation, by the way. Alonso improves up into 5th place ahead of Leclerc and ahead of his teammate. Mercedes AMG? What is Mercedes AMG anymore? It's just a weird, farty sounding soapbox with a spoiler. That's it. I think you could have gotten Mark 1 M2, but went for the GR Yaris because of running costs. So glad I did. Oh, yes. The GR Yaris. is literally a rally car for the road. It is so good. It is so good. All-wheel drive, variable diff, a carbon roof, the biggest. Well, not biggest by cylinder, but oh, Alonso Radio. I cannot do more than this. Yeah, he's panting, dude. Yeah, P5. I mean, it's still a pretty good effort. But yeah, the biggest horsepower output per cylinder from a factory car ever. 120 horsepower per cylinder on a 3-cylinder. It's insane. That car is, I want to have one so bad. And a manual gearbox. I want to have one so bad. Do you know about the LC500? Yes, a nice car. I saw one actually when I was at Zandvoort. That's the last time I saw one. They don't have them here in my country. But oh, a bit wide there for Verstappen there. In turn 3. Was the Mitsubishi Pajero called Montero in Argentina too? Yeah, it was also called the Montero here. Yeah. It would literally be called the Mitsubishi Wanker if it had been the Mitsubishi Pajero here. No, it's not called that. It's called the Montero. So 1 minute left to go to the end of qualifying. Fastest first sector by Norris. DRS Open with the fastest second sector for Verstappen there. Ooh, a bit of a slide there in the third sector. Going into 13. What vehicle do you drive yourself? I don't have a car. They're too expensive here, and it's a whole thing. Economic problems. Hopefully in the future. Verstappen goes quickest so far. Ooh, with a bad third sector though. Provisional pole position though. Provisional pole position is Norris. Yes, he gets it by 0.3. My God, that smashed him. Absolutely smashed him. Perez goes fourth. Quickest there. Let's see, Alex Albon hasn't set a time so far. Alex Albon across the line goes P7, so quicker than Leclerc. Leclerc, who, by the way, is coming across the line right now. Let's see what he can do. Ahead of Alonso, so Alonso drops down to P7, Leclerc up into P6, the only Ferrari in Q3. Leclerc here. Let's look at Piastri. He's in P3, improving the first one, not improving in the second sector. What can he do in the third? Is it going to be enough to take pole position? It's not enough to even improve a place. So it's P2 for Verstappen, P3 for Piastri as of now, unless Russell, who is the only driver still doing a lap out there, can do something about that. That yellow second sector is not promising though. He is P5, comes across the line, DRS Open, up into 4th place. So he drops Perez down into P5. He gets in the second row of the grid. So it's Norris on pole, ahead of Verstappen. Then it's Piastri, Russell, Perez, Leclerc, Alonso, Albon, and then Stroll and Gasly. So that's another qualifying session. Honestly, I had a lot of fun. I love looking cars go around Zandvoort. It wasn't that exciting this session, but I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. We talked about a lot of stuff. It was a good dynamic. Honestly, great session. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because when racing doesn't deliver, we do. We the chat and we the people do. So yeah, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure to tune in tomorrow when we get to the race. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yes, I will see you all tomorrow.